you just got finished with your collarbone surgery.
I did.
And you're now riding. You started riding on the Saturday, the day after I had my surgery on my Morton's neuroma. So I'm going to be out. So I have questions in terms of advice. Okay. How the hell do you deal with it?
I don't even know how to answer that question.
Okay.
The extraordinarily frustrating. For me, the emotional setback was I had delayed surgery for 2 weeks because I had COVID. So it was 4 weeks between crash and surgery. That 2 weeks was killer. The time frame following surgery, the first week and a half or so, I felt fantastic. I knew that I was in position. I had plates and screws, yet I couldn't stress them out, so I knew I had to be careful. So at about week 2 post-surgery is when I got back on my bike in the garage on the trainer, and I was on my elliptical, not exerting any force or torque on the arm.
Did the doctors say that was okay?
Well,
you didn't really tell them.
I may not be a doctor in the traditional Western sense of education, training, certification,
more like a shaman?
Clinical experience, but I don't limit myself to that kind of an opinion.
I see. Okay. That seems to be the theme. My experience has been with myself, but also just watching other patients, that I've noticed that patients that get like a knee replacement or a hip replacement, if they're 250 pounds and above and don't do physical therapy, they're screwed.
Yeah.
They're screwed.
A huge part of it is
they're not going to get better.
No, you have to want to get better.
Yeah.
And so my drive to want to get better was going to compel me to do what I needed to do to get better.
Yeah,
and the surgeon knew that.
Okay.
He knew that I was going to be.
He's
in
the
many
one
ways
that did the other one.
In many ways, the surgeon was restraining me. So he wanted me in my sling for 6 weeks, and I wore it for a good 4.5.
Did you start riding the trainer after?
2 weeks after surgery.
When did you got back on the bike after the Saturday I saw?
Well, it would have been 10 weeks after the crash, 6 weeks after the surgery.
Okay.
I was back on the bike for a short in-town 20-mile ride.
So, $1 million question. How do you, were you afraid?
No, thankfully, I didn't have any attack of the nerves.
Okay.
I didn't lose my nerve.
Okay.
It just felt good. It felt fun to be back on the bike.
Okay.
Cars didn't bother me. The road didn't bother me.
So mentally, you were able to
mentally
jump back to him.
I was thrilled that I didn't have any anything whispering in my ear.
Do you have greater visual acuity for rocks?
It's interesting you say that. There was a couple of spots on the road here in Camarillo on the bike paths, on the bike path side of the road, that there are some divots and things that I've known before. Well, now I take great caution to make sure I work around them.
Luckily, it was your left arm.
Yeah.
I use my right arm.
Right.
I normally will look at some. Lisa has cookbooks of Giada and Rachel Ray. That's just my thing. So, just saying. I'm noticing it's already been it's only been 6 days. This frickin' sucks. I'm bored. I don't think there's anything that sucks more than this.
Today's video sponsor is Mother Good Earth, and they are a great company because they are, first of all, sponsoring this video, and second of all, they have the greatest minerals ever, and they have a philosophy of minerals come from the earth, so where do you get it? From the earth. And so watch what I'm gonna do here. We're just gonna go down. It rained the other day. You just take a nice cup here and just scoop up some mud. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this Mother Earth with water and drink it to get all the minerals that come from the earth. So you can see I just mixed it with water and all the chunky goodness is in there. Beautiful for minerals. Oh my God. Oh, screw this. I don't need the money. No more sponsorship. Okay guys, good news. I have a new sponsor, Bioptimizers, and they have Magnesium Breakthrough. This actually I do use. I take 2 tablets at nighttime. It helps me sleep. It's got 7 different minerals. Now, of course, Mother Earth supplies minerals in the dirt, but it needs to come into the vegetables. And if the soil isn't good, if you're not eating organic vegetables, you're not getting as many minerals as you really should be. So that's why I take 2 tablets. It's got 500 milligrams of magnesium in it, and it's got 7 different types of magnesium. The reason I take this is for a number of reasons. It regulates my blood pressure, it keeps my heart healthy, which is an endurance athlete I really want, and it helps me sleep. It's easy on the stomach, easy to digest, no digestive trouble, and this is actually a sponsor that I could stand by. Oh man, who's gonna clean up these chunks?